Hi everybody. This video is going to go over French folk song in third position in D major. The pre-orc violin 2s are learning it right now, just like you guys did in your second year. We learned it in A major, so you already know how the song goes, but now you're going to be learning it in third position, and you're going to be reading these notes in third position. We do not go back to first position. We are going to do this whole thing in third position. It's tricky. It is a little tricky to switch your brain to now be reading notes in a new position. Notes that we usually play in first position are going to be now played with different fingers. That's tricky. It'll just take some time. Two things before we start. The very first thing is that we always need to just remember the rhythm. Let's remember that for this piece, just like in minuet number 2, it is in 3/4, and we're going to need to be holding the dotted half notes long enough. So let's do a very quick warm-up where we're going to play 3/4 notes, quick, 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 and then one dotted half note, slow bow, please. And let's do that, all of that 4 times in a row. Okay, let's do it on open E string, okay? Here we go. 3/4 notes, then a dotted half note. Play along with me. Ready, set, go. Now dotted half note, slow bow, please. Slow bow, please. Slow bow, please. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the first thing you need to do. Just make sure your bow understands how slow it needs to go on dotted half notes. Again, just like minuet number 2. Okay, the second thing you need to do, we need to talk about this tiny little note in the parentheses that's at the very beginning of French folk song. That tiny note is gonna guide you to then finding the actual first note of the song, which is, what's the very, 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 very first note of the song? Right here, that note. We have 3 of them, high D. So in order to find high D, we are gonna find high A, that's the note in the parentheses, first. And we do that by doing the very first 2 measures at the top of this page. Find line 1. Let's play those 2 measures. Line 1, the very, very, very beginning of the page. Open A, high A with 3rd finger. Open A, shift. Okay, we're in 3rd. We've gotten ourselves to 3rd position. Now let's find high D. Let's do a tiny. Let's do half of the D major scale to find high, high, high D. B, C sharp. Is your high D matching mine right there? Okay, it's this. Because we are going to have, as you can see in the music, 3 of them before, 3 of them in the very first measure. The next measure, 3 C sharps. The next measure, B, C sharp, D. The next measure, A for 3 beats, okay? Again, you could very, very easily read most of the other notes in first position. What's just going to be tricky is making your brain switch to 3rd position. We are not going, our hand is not going back down here. Okay, so we've found high D, and I'm going to play through the song now for you. Listen carefully so that when you play along, your intonation is matching mine. Here we go. C sharp, slow bow, please. Swing for G, that's at box A. F sharp right behind the 4th finger. D for 3 beats. This is box B now. fourth finger. E, back to your second finger. Drop, and we have high A with first finger. Now set up D at box D. You're going to set up your high D at box D. And here we go. We have a scale, a little scale going down. Okay, that was walking you through it. Now I'm going to just play it. Once you feel pretty confident and comfortable, that you understand how the piece goes, what the fingers are now in third position, play along with me and let's make sure your intonation is matching my intonation. So again, make sure we start with high A, the little note in the parentheses. Scale up, and here's the piece. I'm gonna go through it, no stopping. 1, 2, 3. Okay guys, can't wait to hear it in your individual lessons. See you soon.